Hey, there we go. Live on YouTube, Rockstarflipper YouTube channel, Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Thank you guys for joining me. It looks like we already have quite a few people in the chat, so thank you guys. But we have one VIP, very important person right here in this chat, in this window. You guys might recognize this young man. Tell them who you are if they don't.
What is going on, rock stars? I've been wanting to say that. I'm super excited to be on this channel. I've been a big supporter of Casey for a while. And guys, welcome to the show tonight. We've got some really cool stuff for you guys. And those of you who don't know, I'm Wade with Wade's Ventures here on YouTube and Instagram, guys. So I know a lot of you guys, a lot of amazing people in this chat. There's so much love for Casey. And I'm just super humble and excited to be a part of tonight's show. And guys, welcome in.
Yes, Wade's Ventures, you guys. Check that on Instagram. Check it on YouTube. I'll link both of them in the chat description box below our faces in just a few minutes. So if you want to link over there, follow them on both channels, subscribe. And it's going to be more important night than ever that you go subscribe to the YouTube channel, because if you guys read the title, we're going to give away one ticket to eBay Open 2018. Look at Wade inside of his own show. First time he's ever been on my show, and he's already throwing down the super chat. Look at this guy. I can actually thank Wade in person instead of through the chat now. So any of you that have ever been in the chat before, super chat's over there. You see him on the right side. Wade is very active in that department. So thank you to Wade, and thanks for him being on the channel. And so here's what we're going to do. We're going to give away one ticket to eBay Open 2018. I put it in the Facebook group. What you're going to need to do, besides being subscribed to this channel, is go over to Wade's and subscribe to his channel, his YouTube, and his Instagram. Make sure that you are prepared for next Tuesday night, and I will link it once he gives me the link. We're going to announce the winner next Tuesday at like 7:30 p.m. Eastern, sometime around there.
Yep.
Yep.
Guys. Oh, go ahead. Sorry, Casey.
Oh, we're going to do a live show. So tonight we're announcing it. We're going to tell you what to do to enter. And then we're going to actually give it away next Tuesday over on Wade's channel. Go ahead, Wade.
So not only are we giving away one ticket to eBay Open, but the fact of the matter is, guys, this is going to be such an amazing opportunity to be able to hang out with me and Casey. And I don't know if we're going to go too in depth here, but we want to do a cool live show there in Vegas and have the winner with us. And it's going to be really cool. Not only that, though, guys, the fact that I'm going to get Casey on my YouTube channel is going to be really cool. If you've got some questions, don't put it in chat now. Email it to me, because I want to have some really interesting questions when he goes live with me next week to give this bad boy away. But it's really cool. It's the first year that I'm doing eBay Open. Second, it sounds like that Casey has done his. And it's just such an amazing opportunity to network, but more importantly, the value you get out of meeting all those eBay staff members and everything else, it's going to be a one killer time. Guys, in chat too, not to see it, but if you guys are going to eBay Open, please let me know. I'm really curious in chat.
Yes.
If you guys are going.
Not just for the winner, that the person that wins, we're absolutely going to do video with. But if you guys are going to be there in general, part of the, I got a lot of questions, Wade, over like the last week, especially 2 weeks, about like what, people asking what the big deal about going to Vegas or going to eBay Open is. And it is learning and meeting the employees and asking questions and the panels and the workshops. And it's, all right, let's be serious. It's Vegas. We're all going to party. But in reality, hanging out with each other, those of us that are actually doing it every day, selling and networking, is probably at the top of the list for me. And so make sure you aren't shy. If you're one of those people that are shy, or one of those people that aren't really, into crowds, make yourself come to me, come to Wade, come to whoever else you follow that you want to see at eBay Open, and say hi. Come make a video. Come ask us questions, please. That's why we're all there, is to hang out with each other.
I want to make one point, guys. So reselling, as you know, like a month ago, I went full-time reselling, and the last month I have been full of butterflies. It's been amazing. The fact that I'm now full-time, and so the feeling that I have right now is absolutely, it's incredible. So the reason I bring that up is anytime that you go to these big events, whether it's for eBay Open or anything else, I'm sure you guys have done it. When you get out of these big events and you see all the energy and the amazing people, and you get to shake hands and network, you feel like you want to go home and crush it And guys, reselling is somewhat lonely a little bit. I mean, all of us are our own care work. It is a little lonely, but when you get done with these events, it gives you so much energy to go back to your house and just do what you do best. And that is make money, but do something that really you enjoy. And so not only are you going to get to network, which has been said, that's a huge portion of it. But the fact is you're going to go there, refresh, and get that really cool butterfly feeling, and then fly home, and then get to listing and get to whatever you do that you enjoy doing. So that's one thing that I'm looking forward to. I've been to a lot of cool stuff like that, a lot of work events, and you have a lot of fun meeting and the energy of the crowd and the energy of the speakers, and then you go home and you crush it. So guys, think of that too.
Yeah, atmosphere is incredible. Atmosphere is amazing. I have a lot of, just listening to Wade talk right now, I have quite a few questions that just came to my mind, and we're going to keep this live show a little short. We're going to do a much longer one over on his channel. And I don't want to cut him off here. I have some questions. So I want everyone in the chat, hold your questions for me for Wade's channel. If you have a couple questions you want me to slide into Wade right now, do it. But I have a few of my own, which is rare because I usually take everyone's questions. So I have a couple.
Sure.
First is, since you became full-time, which is literally just in the last like 30 days, 60 days, what has changed? Like, a lot of people ask this to me, like, what's the difference between what you were doing before, and tell people what you were doing before while you were part-time versus now. Like, how has it changed?
That's a really, 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 really good question. Changed for the good and the bad. And what I mean by bad is I've been procrastinating like nobody's business. But so Casey, I was actually did a little bit of what you used to do. So I worked for a corporate company for almost 10 years. And I worked actually, and I'm okay with saying this now because I no longer work there. I worked for T-Mobile. So I didn't work at a retail store or a call center or anything. I was actually a business rep. I handled the Nike, Columbia, and a few other big nonprofits here in Oregon. And that was my job. I was a manager for T-Mobile. And I was completely happy 9 years ago retiring from T-Mobile. I loved the job. I was salary. And the last year, after I've been really dabbling into a lot of reselling because I used to do a lot of wholesale and storage units. And after I started reselling, I realized that my passion has changed. And, sitting at a job in a cubicle, I was really wishing the time to go by. And I read something, and I had a bad experience one day with my boss. And I realized that I was building somebody else's dream, but more importantly, who wants to wish their life away just to get home and do what you enjoy doing? And so that's why I decided, I'm a big fan of people going full time, but you need to be prepared. It's not all roses. And so I took the last year conditioning myself so that way I could go full time. And guys, it's been great. I think if you're going full time, you need to have a structure in place. So that's one thing that as I went full time, because it was April 9th, which was the day that I left. I realized that it takes a lot of structure. And I was sourcing more than I should be. I should have been listing more than sourcing, and that was definitely not the case. But I can tell you that I have more time with my family now, way less stress. I was really getting stressed out doing two jobs and doing a job that I didn't enjoy and didn't love. And so I would say full-time reselling to me has just been uplifting, and the fact that I've been communicating with people through social media, like Casey. I text with Casey, a call with Casey, get to know everybody that's in this community. It's just been fantastic. I think of you guys as my extended coworkers, extended family. And so I just want to say the full-time reselling, definitely a go for those of you who are prepared. Just make sure you're prepared because it's not all roses. You got to make sure that it's not. So yeah, it's been great though.
Yeah. Things change. And I mean, I've done this for as long as I can remember at some fashion form of selling. And just so everyone knows, I just saved Wade's YouTube channel down below in case a couple of you just messaged me privately asking for the link. So it's below if you were messaging me, by the way, guys. But yeah, the full-time changeover, a lot of people, they're like, oh, if I could just make $3,000 and get my paycheck. Remember, you got to make the money, but you also have to make the money to reinvest and be disciplined with the money. Like, just because you make it and it's in your bank account and you're not waiting on a paycheck, you can't just go spend it all. So another thing to remember, discipline. It teaches you discipline, if not, that's for sure. I just got a bunch of super chats. Let me shout them out. Terry with $1, Adam Zombies, which I owe you zombie drinks in Vegas. Cosmic Drifter says the Gingers own the super chats tonight. I think that's a Wade dig there for Cosmic Drifter, who I know is a ginger as well. Those of you are adoring those. So thank you, Cosmic Drifter, for the super chat. Justin Pac-Man, longtime viewer, $4.99. Thanks for the one-on-one help. You got it. And Kevin also, full-time or no time. Is that right, Wade? Full-time or no time?
Yeah, I mean, you leave a 40-hour job to work 80, guys. And a couple tips, guys. Real quick. First of all, I am super blessed to be on Casey's channel right now, because this chat, you can feed off this chat and you can be here for 2 hours. I honestly, I will not take this for granted. You guys have such amazing people in here. But just 10 Pac-Man, amazing guy. Appreciate you super chatting. He's one of my admins on my channel. But that being said, guys, one thing too, when I went full time, is I had to make sure my wife was okay with it, Ashley, because our house is full of inventory that I have yet to list. And one thing too that I can give a little recommendation, and it varies for a lot of people, but if you're thinking about going full time, let's say in 3 months, I recommend you get like a good group of decent inventory that day one you can start listing. That's what makes you money. And I think that's one thing that I had to, the first 2 weeks I didn't do enough of, is you have to categorize what's going to make you money and then put everything else after that when you go full time, because ultimately that's going to how you're going to pay your bills. So having a little bit of inventory while you have a job, and then when you go full time, you can list as opposed to spend hours out sourcing. I think that will definitely help you. So it's been a beautiful run. I mean, I'm going to be going to the coast. I'm going to Sacramento here in a few weeks. And to be able to take the time and be your own boss is so refreshing. But you got to remember, there's nobody else patting you on the back. So you got to do as much as you possibly can to stay afloat and do the correct things that make you money.
Yep. And those of you guys that don't know, Wade is on the other side, way on the other side of the country, as far away from me as humanly possible, save for Washington State. He's in Oregon. I don't know where you are in Oregon. Are you in Grants Pass?
No, I'm actually in Portland, Oregon.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's, guys, I would love to go to Casey's house and take a little dip in his pool and hit the hot tub. It's a different world here. You guys get all the rain. Yes. And you guys are blessed to have, I want to say personally why I'm on the chat with Casey, and I truly mean this. There's been so many different changes in the reselling world. Like, selling online is going to be, I think it's the best time to sell online. And there's so many changes happening. And I really, truly like the fact that when I wake up, if there's a major change, whether it's, drones with pizza, or it's, change with PayPal, that I can get these notifications via Casey, because a lot of times he comes out with this news way before I even hear about it. And it's really cool to stay up to date. So I appreciate that on your end, Casey, for being amazing. And there's so many cool comments.
You want to know that? I really appreciate that, because I had a conversation, hours long conversation with somebody a while back, and we realized how many things were happening on a daily basis. I was like, man, I remember the conversation vividly, where I was like, I feel like every day I wake up, there's some kind of story about something going on, and something changed, and some of it affects us directly, and some of it is future, like the whole sales tax situation going on right now, and just all these things. And I started looking online, and I was like, there's no place. I was getting these stories from like 100 different websites that I was like trying to follow every day. And I was like, man, there's no way, like, you would have to piece this all together. I was like, I should really put this all in one place, because these things, maybe they affect us today, maybe they affect us tomorrow or next month, but a lot of them are important. And I don't want to be like, okay, a month from now, sales tax on everybody, and I didn't say something about it. And people are gonna be like, hey, why didn't you tell us this was going to happen? And I'm like, sorry, I didn't feel like making a video that day. Like, it felt important, and it got such a good response too. People are like, wow, like, I didn't know about this. Or even the Amazon. I did a story yesterday. Amazon raised Prime by $20 last week. A lot of people didn't know that, and they were being auto billed.
I didn't know that. And I think you have so many cool followers that I think it's really cool to, kind of cascade this out to everybody. Guys, if you're in chat too, like, going back to eBay Open, I want to say that I was one of those shy people. And I was on one of your live streams, Casey, where you kind of mentioned that back before you really started YouTube, that you were kind of like that, right? And I was one of those shy people that never came up to people and never wanted to like shake their hand, even though I wanted to. And I just want to say, if you guys are in eBay Open, definitely approach me and or Casey or whoever the case may be. I know Ryan and Allie are going. So many really cool people. I'm going to be like a little kid in a candy shop and like shake prop sales.
Jason and Karn are for sure going. I didn't see the guarantee.
Oh, I don't know if they are for sure. I heard they were, but maybe that's not. But too. I hope.
I have not met them, so that will be like awesome for me too. I haven't met Prof or Karn. Ryan and Allie annoy the crap out of me. They live just down the street, so I can't get away from them. I won't be shaking their hand. No, Ryan and Allie are super amazing. They really, literally do live 5 minutes down the road. And we go out for beer to breweries and like meeting these people in person. I'm going to tell you, it is such a different world when you get to meet people face to face. And like last year at Vegas, it was probably the thing I remember the most, because I had, leading up to it, I had done videos with quite a few people and I got to meet all of them. And I was like, this is like putting the face and seeing and like being able to see Wade. And there's so many people every year that you meet people in the 12 months. So now you've got new people that you've never met. So you're right about that. Like little kids in a candy shop.
I do have a question. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let me go over this question. Question for Wade. When making the decision to go full-time, did you have a goal to make X amounts from reselling before making the jump? That's a great question.
That is.
So when I went full-time, the first thing that I had to do was I had to make sure that I was somewhat comfortable. And so I had to have like an Excel spreadsheet of all my current bills, mortgage payment, all the bills that I need on a day-to-day basis. Once I made that sheet, when you go full-time, you need to be nimble. And I think you need to have as low as overhead as you possibly can. So I went through that and found out things that I can cut out that I didn't necessarily need, because for the last, 4 or 5 years, I made over $160,000 a year. And so there's things that I had that I didn't necessarily need when I went full-time. You need to stay really thin. So I cut that out, found out exactly what I needed to pay monthly for my bills and to keep my family where they need to be. I've got 2 little guys, one on the way. And once I found that out, then I knew kind of what I needed to sell regarding reselling. And one thing that a big thing that I needed to do is, you guys know that I just started Poshmark. I do Amazon FBA. I do eBay. And I think it's really important as you go full-time or even part-time to experience other platforms, but more importantly, have income coming in as many different directions as you possibly can, because you are relying on yourself. And so that's one thing I did. I found out exactly what I needed to make. And then as I went full-time, I could have went full-time a year ago, but I wanted to make sure I was making at least $8,000 to $9,000 a month. That way I can kind of comfortably support my family. And that's what I'm doing. So
and reinvest
because remember, I've had a lot of time to purchase, stuff while I had a full-time job. But when you go full-time, if you're taking from the business and you're not, saving or reinvesting that money in new inventory, it will soon dry out, and you'll then be borrowing, using credit cards, and go down this spiral. And then soon you'll be back to 9 to 5. So you really got to be conscious of that, because guess what? You only get one chance, and you still have a family to support. And if that doesn't work, you're putting out your resume. So really got to be careful.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Well said. A couple super chats. Bill Penny, thank you. A great member of my VIP. Real Talk Mentor. This one is for Wade. Casey, please help. $10 super chat. I've been trying to get an interview with Mr. Wade for about 2 months now. What do I need to do? I think you just did it. So Wade has an email. Wade, what is your email that he can shoot over to you?
Yes, not only him, but other people too. So email us Wade at Wade's Venture without the S. I couldn't get that .com.
Okay, so Wade at Wade's Venture, no S.com.
Yep.
I just put it in the chat. So Real Talk Mentor, go ahead and shoot Wade an email and put it in the subject line of like interview or something like that he'll notice. and I'm sure he'll be happy to check that for you.
Yes, those have been the interviews on my YouTube channel, guys. Give you a quick snapshot is Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. I invite really cool people that are not necessarily Insta or YouTube famous yet on my YouTube channel. And when the first week I started that, I received a few hundred emails. So
Wow.
as I get through that, everybody is accepted on my YouTube channel Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. And as I get through that, I will have definitely more and more people. So if you're sending me an email, you will definitely be on there. I promise. It's just really backed up until another 2 weeks.
Clay just had a really good question. I don't want to forget it, but Wade doing the interviews is awesome, and I was aware that he was doing the interviews for the smaller people. So if that's you, definitely take that opportunity. I don't believe I qualify for that, but those of you that do, definitely take advantage of that. So Clay is from down under. So if you can answer this in your best Aussie voice. Clay says, do you think people with a family, and not just a family, I'll expand on this, with the bills and all that stuff, have a better chance of succeeding because they're under that pressure, or will the pressure crush them?
Of having a family?
Of having responsibility just in general, be it a wife or kids or a mortgage or bills like we have, because we both have similar bills. I don't have kids, but we both have to pay for our house and pay for our cars and pay for the business and bubble wrap and poly mailers and all this stuff every month. And me and Clay have talked about this a little bit. Clay's a younger guy, and I don't know what the bills are like in Australia. I imagine they're through the roof. But do you think that pressure helps with people, or how do you think that?
Well, that's a good question. So I think it helps you. It keeps you accountable. I know that when I was single and I didn't have all those bills, like I was literally constantly going to the casino and spending money where I shouldn't have. I think having a partner, like a wife that's there to support you. If when you're reselling, the truth be told, Ashley, my wife, wasn't big on reselling when I first started. And the way I got over that was I downloaded the eBay app on her phone and the PayPal app on her phone. So as sales were going through, she was hearing those dings. And then once the money was coming in, she was completely fine. So a little tip, guys. But that being said, I think it helps you. You really got to make sure that you and your spouse or you and your family are on the same page when you go full time, because it is definitely a commitment. And I think you need a proof of concept before you go full time. So I'm a big fan of having a job and doing eBay on the side first. And then, once you have a proof of concept, then you can go full time. I think that's going to be the key here. But yeah, to your point, I think it helps you. I'm one of those people that if I have pressure on and I've got to pay those bills, that, it helps me rather than having kind of like a room to run slack. So I think it would help you. So anything is possible, guys. We live once. I think anything is possible. So you just got to work hard towards whatever you're wanting to do. And the beautiful thing about social media and Instagram is if you need help, you have Casey or you have other people you can reach out to help you with your business that have already.
Please email Wade. You have Wade. Please email Wade. No, I'm just kidding. You guys can email all of us. No, my emails are cleared every night. Anytime you need anything, if I don't respond, you could definitely, keep emailing me. Everyone will help you. 99% of people will respond to messages and emails. Don't be scared to hit up anyone. Trust me. Believe me.
Oh yeah. And it's beautiful. There's a lot of people when I was just very tiny on social media. And what I mean by that is I didn't have a big following and I reached out to a lot of people and I got a lot of help. And there's Facebook groups, like Casey's Facebook group is huge. I think his VIP group is going to be fantastic for people just trying to get like access to him. And one thing that I did when I first went, when I was doing eBay is I didn't start social media. I wasn't even on Instagram or any of these other platforms. And I think that's one mistake I did. Day one, I should have got on all these different platforms because you get so much information from social media, like, sales, coupons, like when deals are happening, and you can reach out to all these people that are fantastic. So it's really, really cool. And guys, that's next week when we give away this ticket to eBay Open. It's going to be great to be able to go to eBay Open and give this ticket out, but it's going to be really cool for me to kind of dive deep into how Casey got started on reselling and get to know him on a really personal level too. So I'm excited for that. And I just want to make sure that—
Are you sure?
I've said that twice now. I really want to see, everybody knows you as the reseller, but I tell you what, anybody that's seen any of my YouTube channels or YouTube videos, I want to find out what got you started. So I employ everybody that wants to go to next week and watch that. I'm really excited.
Make sure you're over there. The link is below. Subscribe now. And if you click the little bell, anybody who doesn't know, that bell will notify you as soon as we go on and go live. And of course, I'll promote it through social media before that show Tuesday night. And it's going to be, we'll try for 7. It might be closer to 7:30, but I'll set the stone time by the end of the day. I'm just going to say 7:30 to be safe. Thrift Trader wants to be on Wade's channel. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Wade is going to get through those emails for you guys and girls. And Real Talk Mentor with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Real Talk. Hopefully Wade will get to those quickly, because I love seeing the little people get a platform. And so that's why we wanted to give away one of these tickets too, to give somebody a chance to be at eBay Open who otherwise wouldn't get to be. So the other question I had for Wade, and this is an interesting one. So you kind of talked about like being excited about eBay Open and meeting people, and it's awesome. First is, have you been to Vegas ever?
So a little known secret about me is I've never, Casey, this is the first time I've said this, but I actually, I'm a big fan of sports gambling. I do a lot of sports gambling on the side. And so I have definitely been to Vegas. I love Vegas, and it will not be uncommon to see me do a lot of craps and blackjack. In fact, I'm going 2 days before the trip, so I'll be going Sunday, Monday before it starts, and I will try not to skip class during eBay Open.
This guy.
But no, it's Vegas is beautiful, guys, and the whole atmosphere. Like I said, you need a break. You need I read a book recently, and I forgot who it was. It was like an ebook, but he said that you can only make so many good decisions per day before your brain kind of winds down. And I think that, we get in this grind, this hustle, and I'm in it too, where you've got a list, you've got to make money for your family, and you've got to do what you need to do to be successful. But sometimes you need to let loose a little bit. And I think there's no better person than Casey to let loose with. but I'm going to wear really, really big shoes, because I'm only 5'10", and I know Casey's a tall guy. So, but yeah, if you guys want to play blackjack with me, roulettes, craps, if you just want to hang out while I waste a bunch of money, I would love that.
Do it. So being that Wade's been in Vegas, so that gives me a follow-up question. And we found that he's gambling, and also besides gambling and meeting all of us, what do you think? Do you have an expectation, or tell me what you think you expect when you come into eBay Open? Because, and I'll tell you my answer to this before you say it. I didn't know what to expect last year. Last year was my first year at eBay Open, and I kind of did it big with okay, I'll come on stage and talk and all that good stuff. And that was a question I got asked too, and I answered that. But eBay Open speaking was a very scheduled, wake up for meetings, take photos. So it kind of took away from my thing. But outside of that, I didn't know what to expect, walking into rooms and there being 5,000 people in this main room being kind of like the Titanic, and the doors swing open and the whole crowd's there. And you're like, whoa, and last year I had a following, but let's be honest, between last year and this year, it's blown up. I don't know even what to expect this year. And last year eBay Open was popular, but this year it's whoa, the entire world is going to be there.
Yeah.
And well, first, what is your expectation? Yeah, I'd like to know what you feel and think about that.
Well, first, Casey, I think that it's going to be, I don't honestly know. Now that you've said that, I kind of pictured meeting a few people. I haven't pictured it being that big in my head, but it's going to be interesting, because I am really, outside of social media, I'm kind of in a little, I'm not really social outside of social media. I know it sounds crazy, but I don't know what it's going to be like, to be honest. I think that going through eBay Open and doing this experience for me is going to help me in ways that I've never thought of. For example, networking, and I think that's the big thing. But I honestly don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect, to be honest. I think that's an amazing question. I guess I expect a bunch of rooms that you go into and they teach you different things. Then you move to another room and they teach you a bunch of things. And, But
well, one of the cool things is, and they started it last year, and I've got confirmation they're going to do it this year, is there's an app that you download. They make it live like just before the show, and it gives you the whole schedule of everything, what's going on at every time. And then you can click and basically set your schedule. You don't have to stay to it. If you decide at the last minute you don't want to go to that event at 10 o'clock, you don't have to go. But you can click on it, and then you have that schedule laid out just like you would anything else. So the app is awesome, and the app gives you like a breakdown of what that's going to do. And so Mandalay is different, and I've been through all the hotels in Vegas, but I've never been in Mandalay. For some reason, I've never been in it. So I don't know the layout, but at MGM last year, there was a long hallway, super long, and at the end was you walked outside the doors and kind of curved around the side of the building into another entrance, and that was the grand ballroom area. Call it 20,000 square feet or something ridiculous. And that was the main area, vendors and the main stage and all that. And then outside of that was about 10 rooms, just like Wade was thinking, side by side by side by side, where they'd be numbered rooms, number 101, 102, and each one was labeled with what was going on. And so you'd go in, there'd be about 100 chairs. There'd be a little mini stage where maybe like 5 people could sit on it. I have a few little video clips from it. And like at 10 a.m. in room 101 would be how to take better eBay photos. And so you'd come in and sit down, and then they'd have a speaker or 2 speakers up on stage that would talk about how to take good photos and apps you can use and programs. And then they do like 20 minutes of talking and 20 minutes of Q&A. And then you could go out and then go on to the 11 o'clock one in another room, or 12 o'clock in a different room. And, you know, twice during the day, they would have lunch in the big room, and they'd have the main stage speakers, which if you saw me on there was like, that was the main room. And so that was, you know, every morning opens up with like the CEO or the CFO and the big people talking and telling you what's new and the new features. That's where they announced all that kind of stuff. So it's a very cool place to go, and it's overwhelming, but man, the people were amazing. Like, it was the best part. It was so awesome.
Well, you guys, if you don't see Casey, you know where he's going to be at. He's going to be by the pool drinking some,
The pool bar.
I don't know. Yeah, some rum or something. God, look at that super chat.
Super chat from Steven Fielder, way down south. Steven, well, north of me, south of you. Steven lives in good old Mississippi. He's been one of my longest supporters. Thank you guys, Steven, so much for the super chat. $100. Everybody give Steven a big hand. Hashtag Steve killing it. Steve's the baller. Yep. He always has been, always will be. I appreciate everything that he does. Very humble guy, but thank you, Steven.
Guys, one last thought is, if you can't make eBay Open this year, consider next year early. So there's a lot of apps that you can download that will, you know, they're saver apps that you can take a little bit out monthly or weekly, and you can save towards next year's eBay Open. I didn't go to eBay Open last year, and so I was kind of in the same boat. Now I'm going this year. So if you guys want to go next year, try to save for it. Save a little bit each month or whatever, and then that way it's not a big burden when it happens, because you know it's going to happen every single year.
Yeah, the breakdown, somebody asked me that, Wade, what we spent on it. So just to give you an idea, I had to pay for 2 people. Is Ashley going, I assume?
Oh my gosh, you have no idea. So I have Ashley, I have my mom's going, I have Cade, my little guy, he's going to be 2 years old, and then I have the new baby's going. He's only going to be a month and a half.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So wait, so the due date is in...
she's due. Yeah, well, she's due actually less than that, but it was June 21st. They don't know. They think could be 2 weeks to a week.
I knew it was coming up. Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, if you have kids, you drive a little bit slower. You can't have amazing BMWs, guys. That just doesn't work. You got to buy diapers, and that's expensive.
I heard.
Yeah. I'm just trying to give Casey a little heads up.
Wait, you guys are driving and not flying? Did I hear that?
No, we're flying. We're flying.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just saying you can't pay those expensive, car payments anymore. You know,
she's bugging me to sell it. Trust me. Real Talk Menor, thank you so much. If you wait to find Wade, he will be at the roulette. Oh, if you want to find Wade, he'll be at the roulette table. Is that your best one?
Yes. I think roulette is actually a casino favorite of mine, but guys, if you want to make your money, don't go to roulette. Craps is the most honest game if you play it. And guys, I love getting new people on craps. So guess what? If I'm there on the craps table and you guys have never done it before, come up to me and I'll blow on the dice, and then you can roll it. Because new people to craps do really, really well.
For some reason, isn't it funny how that works?
Oh yeah, it's a mindset because when you're seasoned at it, what you don't want to hit, and it always hits. You get somebody new, and they're like, I don't know, like they're counting the dice, So I've hit somebody in the eye a few times when I first started, but I did really well. So, but
I did well on craps on cruise ships. I got a friend that took a cruise ship for 30 grand once. He started with like $1,500, and by the end of the cruise, he was at 30 grand.
Wow, that's incredible. And
yeah,
a little tip for
like 300, but
Jesus, I lost on the last cruise ship, guys. I can honestly tell you. A little tip on cruise ships. It's an unwinding tip. A lot of people don't realize, but when you take a cruise ship, because I take one every year, you can pay monthly as much as you want up until the cruise, up until 30 days of the cruise in most cruise lines. And they don't run your credit. It's not a credit card. You can just pay like $20, $30 a month and accumulate that up to 2, sometimes 3 years. That way you can go on cruise ships, take your family, unwind, and not have to pay a ton up front.
Yeah. People, the other question I got, or back to what I was saying, they were asking about the price. Now I have 2 people that it's me and her coming, and you've got your family, but for an individual to go to eBay Open, you've got, and let me open my calculator because everyone knows I suck at numbers. Not really, but when it's live, I suck at numbers. I can't add 3 and 3. $275 is your ticket price. And then, assuming you have to travel, I'm going to guess plane for most people to Vegas. A few of you live in Vegas, but not many. Plane tickets for me are right around $300 tax, tag, and title out the door. They're like $268 plus the fees or whatever. So it came to like $300. So that's $575. And then you need a hotel. The conference is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So you definitely want to get there Monday night because Tuesday starts at like 8 a.m. So you don't want to be flying in halfway through Tuesday and missing some of it. So you need Monday night, you need Tuesday night, you need Wednesday night, and you're not going to leave Thursday morning. You got to stay Thursday night. So you definitely need 4 nights to leave Friday. The price of Mandalay is $89, but with the resort fee, which was like $35, and the taxes, I believe the all-in total, and I've got 2 extra nights, but I think it was $146 a night was the all-in total with tax and everything. So for 4 nights, that's $584 plus your $575. For one person with no spending money, that's where you're looking at is $1,159. So call it $1,200 with no spending money. If you're bringing a second person, add the extra plane ticket and the extra ticket to eBay Open. Or if you're like me, she doesn't give a crap about going in eBay Open. She's going to sit at the pool all day and ignore me. So, or at the spa. So that's, yeah. So that's what you're looking at. So if you're saving for next year, you need to save $100 a month or $25 a week. Take it out of your eBay PayPal when you sell stuff this week. Transfer $25 over to a savings account or over to an app saver or something. And by this time next year, you'll have all the money to go and you won't have to come out of pocket for anything but what you spend. So Andres Hunt, thank you for the super chat.
Bring $20 and let Wade blow it on the dice. Yes. That's really good tip. I would love to see those of you who are not going this year. I'd love to see you next year to go to eBay Open. I think it's really cool. And the fact that if you guys are looking to start social media up, YouTube, Instagram, it's priceless to be able to meet people that are already in the community. You get so many doors open for you like this one here. Who would have thought I'd be on Casey's channel tonight? So had I not started YouTube, I would not be here. So I think it's a great time to start social media and really understand.
And I thank social media every day for everything that I have and all the people that do come on this channel and the channels that I've been on my share, back in the day when I was, downloading PDFs at 3 a.m. from, the Bonafide Hustler or Rakin or whatever. I remember those days and I like the fear of making a YouTube video was like, yeah, right, whatever. I'm not making that. And I can remember Bonafide telling me one time, he's like, you know how you go to like some party or something with your relatives and their friends and people are like, who cares if you're embarrassed? You'll never see these people again in your life. He's like, you're on the internet. You'll never see those people anyways. Little did I know, I actually have to go and see these people. But it was, I remember that feeling a couple months into like trying to create YouTube videos and like, being a little guy and like coming out to an event like eBay Open was so far out of the question. Oh, that would have never happened 3 years ago. But last year was really the first. I've been to one other conference before eBay Open, and that one was like the big eye opener. Now this year I'm pumped. I'm like, yes, like 2 months away, 3 months. What?
You get that excited, like, you know,
I know.
and the cool thing too is, so the other day, it was about a few weeks ago, I had Luke, Endless Entrepreneurs, on my channel, and he said that, he mentioned that, one thing that Gary Vee said was, even if you didn't start a YouTube channel up for the public, you can start a YouTube channel up for your kids, so you can document your journey, put all your videos up on YouTube and make them private. And then that way, 5, 10, 20 years from now, your kids can go back and see you live when you're young and hustling and crushing it. And so it's a whole nother outlook. You don't necessarily need to have it out there in the public. You can kind of put it live on private, so that way your kids can go back and watch your journey as they were growing up too.
That's such a good point. And I thought about doing a personal one. We've posted a few personal videos, but on another channel, but I really didn't pursue it. And I kind of think I should. And especially, like, a lot of people get a hard time about putting their kids on YouTube. If you're careful about it and you don't give out, you know, all that kind of stuff, you can do it correctly. But I really think that might be a good idea. If you've thought about YouTube, that might be your way to break in and do like private videos of your family outings or Disney or the beach or whatever. That's a good way to enter. I'm glad that Wade brought that point up. Malachi, I got a comment on this. Malachi said, back in the H3 Hummer days, that's Malachi throwing back my age there. Yes, 9 years ago, I had an H3 Hummer. That is indeed correct. Before the days of, I drove a car that I could actually take over the median and turn around with. Yep, I did.
Guys, this is the stuff we're going to uncover on my channel next week.
I turned to the dark side 8 years ago when I traded that Hummer. I bought that Hummer, and then literally the day I bought it, I filled it up for like $2.50 a gallon. And like the following week, gas was like, you guys remember when it was like $4.50 a gallon? Yeah, it was like a week later after I bought the truck, and I was like, this sucks. And I had to deal with the entire year I owned that Hummer of like, every time I filled it up was like $110. It was ridiculous.
So I've been wanting to say this whole time, but I forgot. But if you guys can smash that like button for Casey, guys, let's get to 100 likes. I think that's amazing.
Yep. Smash it for Wade coming on over here, spending his time with us. Those of you, that's the other thing I want to point out. And this is Wade too, because he's been doing a million things lately. He's been like crazy. He responds to stuff so quick. Trust me, he and I have been talking the duration of this week, and just like maybe a couple hours ago we were messaging, and he's been responding to you guys and doing the videos and the interviews and everything he's been doing. So the amount of time that it takes, a lot of you guys just think we sit behind a camera and respond to some messages and it's all lollipops and unicorns, but it takes a lot of time. So for somebody to sit down and do a video, be it on their own channel or to come to my channel or vice versa, it really is like, you guys have no idea, between the both of us and everyone else, how much appreciated it is for one person to take the time to do anybody else's thing. And so thank Wade for that. Everyone tell Wade thank you. I know how busy it gets. Trust me, I know. And to sit down for any amount of time is awesome. So take advantage of him being here. If you have questions you want to ask before he rolls out in a little while. And also, if you're going to Vegas, what we preach to you, take advantage of seeing us in person. You don't know when you'll get that chance again.
Oh yeah. And by the way, guys, the social media has been fantastic for me. I just want to take the time and say I've seen so many really cool people that I've seen in my YouTube channel. Like Hickory's been in there, Flipping. We did I know you guys did a cool collab before, Flipping for a Living.
Yes.
So many really cool people, guys, and everybody that watches me watches Casey and vice versa. And social media, I just want to say I preach everybody to start up a YouTube channel and or Instagram. And the reason I do that is it's changed my life. I feel like I'm a better person now that I met more people and been able to socialize with so many really cool people across the states. And so I just want to say, bottom of my heart, I really honestly do appreciate everybody that supported me, commented. I know it takes time to do all that stuff. It's been a beautiful, beautiful 6 months. And, echoing what Casey said, I would love to hang out with you guys. And I don't know, I know that Casey, you're planning on doing maybe an event, right? In Vegas, or maybe a get together?
Monday night. And I'm sure Wade will stop by and have a drink. I'll have one waiting on him. And if he doesn't stop by, I'll drink it. Monday night inside of Mandalay, since it seems like pretty much everyone's going to be staying there. There is a lounge, which I'll get the exact name and post. And actually, I'll tell you right now. We're gonna do a meetup. I think we're targeting 8 p.m. Monday night because my flight is gonna land at I think like 4 p.m. local. So I figured it's gonna take me 2 hours to take an Uber, get to the hotel, get checked in, get settled, and get down to the room, get ready and get out of my plane clothes and get to normal clothes. And so 8 o'clock should be good. Local time Vegas, inside of Mandalay at I'll tell you the name of the lounge in just a second. But we're just gonna chill out, relax, meet each other, say hello, have a drink. And the conference starts the following morning. So we're not gonna be up partying, getting crazy that night. Maybe. We'll see. But if you just want to come down and introduce yourself and say hi, if you're in the hotel, please do so. Okay, the name of the lounge is going to be, we found a couple, but one of them looks really, really loud. Like it wouldn't be a good place to, say hi and talk. And me and Star were going over this. It's called the, they have an ice bar inside Mandalay, by the way.
Yeah.
The Orchid Lounge, I want to say. Yeah, the Orchid Lounge. Orchid, like the flower. Orchid Lounge. Live music is Wednesdays through Saturdays, so it should be chilled out. If that changes, I'll let you guys know. But 8 p.m. Monday, the 23rd of July, Orchid Lounge. Have a drink, introduce yourself, all that good stuff. Say hello and get ready for the conference the next morning. We can party the rest of the week, but I think after I get off of a plane, I'm usually exhausted. So
we should probably get as many people as we can in the ice bar as possible. Just resellers. That'd be guys. I heard. I was just gonna say, Casey. I heard through the grapevine. I just want to make sure that this is public, buddy. But that you are now selling on a Poshmark.
Mum's the word. Yes. Today was my official first day selling on Poshmark. Well, I guess listing on Poshmark. I downloaded the app probably during fourth quarter last year, and I stared at it on my phone. It's like on the home screen. I always show my phone all the time. It literally has been on the home screen of my phone for the better part of 6 months, and I've never used it. And so today I just jumped on it and started listing, and I listed a shirt just to make sure I knew how to do it, which looks like it got like 500 shares today. And so now I prepped about 20 items. I have all the photos. I had to figure out that square thing, which was crazy. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? You got the square pictures. Nothing I had photos of fit in Poshmark. So I had to redo that, which took all my time. But they're in my phone. And so when I get done with Wade here and finish some work, I'm going to lay in bed, watch TV, and list 20 items on Poshmark because it's very easy. I did a video just showing my one listing, my one little piddly listing, but I started Poshmark today. I came to the dark side. What's your opinion of that?
I encourage everybody right now to blow up Casey's phone and go over there and add him. No. Casey, what's your Poshmark name? Let's put it public here.
It's Rockstarflipper, or somebody told me they found me under my real name too, which I don't think anyone knows, but it's Casey Ferris. Rockstarflipper though, just type it in. It came up for me. I double checked the search. So I don't know. Wade was telling me it was crazy, and I don't know what the normal number is, but I looked. I'm at 911 followers today. I think I started the day with like 20 or something.
That's fantastic.
I don't know how many followers people get on a normal day or something. Malachi says there's an app I can use for pictures. Wade, is there some advice on an app for photos?
I had it easy because I use all the same photos for eBay as I do Poshmark, and I've always done square photos. So,
do your square photos, when you take them originally and post on eBay, do they come out? They don't look all crazy?
So what I do basically is I'll do my listing on eBay, and then I'll have the same picture, and I'll just do a completely new listing on Poshmark, and then just copy and paste the description and title.
Right. When you take the photo using the square, though, it doesn't look weird on eBay. It looks normal.
No. Yeah, it looks normal.
Okay.
Yeah, I've always had it, but I've been doing that for a while now. I used to do different types of pictures on eBay because I did weird like long dresses and stuff like that. Yes, guys, I sell dresses. But I use square photos on both platforms and they work out pretty good. So
I'm gonna have to do it then. Yeah, I'll just have to start training myself to take square photos whenever I'm taking them for eBay. It was awesome to see the amount of people that blew up over Poshmark. I posted it on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and I was telling Wade, this was last night originally when I started. I woke up to like 600 Facebook notifications this morning, like comments and like people liking it, and a couple people shared it, and I was like, yeah. So if I ever don't get to your Facebook notification or comments, I apologize. It's a lot. I respond to messages and emails. Send them to me. But yeah, eBay likes square photos better. Is that true?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think my personal opinion is I think they look better, but it is sometimes hard, when you have long items, taking square photos. But okay. I want to say, guys, I would love to have Casey's phone blow up like a Christmas tree. Really excited for him to be on Poshmark. And guys, get this. So you guys all know Casey, the eBay seller, but once he goes on Poshmark, we're going to get another slew of really great content and his experience of selling on Poshmark. So it's great for somebody like a creator like himself to start a new platform, because that means way more content for us to consume, and maybe better our business. So
yeah, and I'm excited to do it because this is because a lot of people are skeptical of other platforms, not just Posh, but other ones, of like what it takes to start from nothing and list to, how fast you can list. And I want people to see it because I want it to motivate them to get listing down too. And Poshmark seems like it's faster just from what I did today. And if so, that's really going to encourage a lot of people. We all know we all hate listing, but if it's faster, maybe it'll encourage people to do more of it. So Elizabeth, sweetheart, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. You guys know Elizabeth Hankins, amazing supporter. So thank you for that super chat, my dear. Treasure Hustlers, somebody said, Thrift Trader said that Wade's going to wear a dress in Vegas. I wouldn't count on it, but maybe. And Treasure Hustler said this was going to be a short video. It was, but you know what? We can't cut Wade off because it's amazing to have him on here. Excited for next Tuesday. I'm going to call 7:30 p.m. next Tuesday, Wade's channel. For those of you that joined the chat late, it's linked down below. Go subscribe, and that's when we're going to give away the ticket. Now, we need you to comment down below. If you're watching this video later, comment down below why you deserve a ticket to eBay Open. Please be able to go and pay for your hotel and your other expenses, as we are giving away the ticket, but you're going to have to swing the travel and lodging. So if you can't do that, or you can't get out of a job, or you're going out of town, or you're out of the country, please let somebody else who is able to go win this. We are going to check it at the time that we give it away. Wade's going to register you on the website. He's going to get you on a call or a phone or something, and go over all your information and register it and take care of the ticket, because you have to go through the site to do the registration. And I don't think Wade's going to give his credit card number out to somebody. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's how it's going to work, basically.
Oh, we have a couple comments here. So, yeah. So the whole purpose of this is to give somebody an opportunity to kind of lower the cost of having this really cool experience. And so if you are the winner, what we'll do is I'll message you, or you'll message me. We'll get together on the phone. Not only will I buy the ticket and get all your information, but if you have any reselling questions or any social media questions or anything like that, I'd be happy to help you out, guys. And then also when we go into Vegas and we see each other, I would love to get a picture with me, you, and Casey. I'll be on my tippy toes so I can, get in the photo. But I would love to get a photo with you guys. And Thrifty Santa said Wade is going to wear his ramen suit. It's a little inside joke, guys, but I'm creating videos going into thrift stores, thrifting in a full-on ramen suit, chicken ramen. Yeah. And just seeing what people's reactions are. And then I've got somebody filming me kind of in the background. And you can see people just like staring at me, looking at me funny. So wait,
do you have like a screenshot?
I've got the I don't know where the ramen. I do have. I don't have any on the phone. It's all footage, but I'm editing it now. And you've got, oh my gosh, people. Have you seen this ramen outfit? You'll see on my social media. It's a full-on ramen outfit, hoodie. And I'm going in there, going through women's clothing, men's clothing. You can see people just stare at me, make comments to me. One guy goes, "Oh my gosh." He didn't say gosh. I'm just, keeping it clean here. But he looked at me and he goes, your generation, and shook his head and walked away.
No, he didn't.
Yes, yeah. So many people, but then there's some really cool comments too. So they call me Super Soup. I'm gonna make it a regular thing, thrifting in a ramen outfit. So I really, yeah.
I'm gonna show you guys. Hold on. Hopefully you guys can see this as I turn it. It looks like this. I've seen it.
Yes, that's the exact ramen outfit.
And that's the chicken one. So let me pull just the picture. There you go. So didn't you, if I remember correctly, you didn't get these together. Did you have to get these separately, or did you find them together?
Oh my gosh, I have a crazy. So I went to Salvo's. I got the top one, Salvation Army. And then I put on social media, and I didn't think that this would get so many hits, but I had 400 people like this and like 8,000 views. And I found that exact photo that you saw of that guy. And I said, anybody sees this guy, please let me know. I need the bottoms to these. And then somebody went ahead and searched it for me, found it on Amazon, bought it to me, shipped it to me on Amazon. Amazing lady. And then I put it on. And then my mom I was in the car, and I was like, hey, I'm going to do this video, just one video of me thrifting in this ramen outfit, because it's crazy to see people's reactions to you. And then mom said, well, why don't you call yourself Super Soup and do this a regular thing? And so I am now the ramen Super Soup of thrifting, guys, and I'm going to do it at least twice a month, where we do like a 30-minute edited, going through like 10, 15 Goodwills of people staring at me while I thrift in it. So.
Man, that gives me an idea for you that is going to blow up. So I don't know, any of you guys watch YouTube, a guy called, his real name is Steven Williams, but he goes by Boogie2988. Are you familiar with him? Okay, so Boogie he's been making YouTube videos for 14 years, believe it or not. One of the OGs. He's like 5 million subscribers. A lot of you will know Boogie as his alter ego, Francis. And Francis rages. He's a big guy. He lost 300 pounds recently. He had gastro bypass, but he's a big dude. And one of the videos you might recognize of Francis, he's sitting at like a video game store, and he freaks out and he flips the table over and he goes crazy. It's all staged, but it's super hilarious to just see him freak out. Or he's got this iPad, and he bought like $400 in Candy Crush rewards, and his mom comes in and she's super mad at him. He's like a 40-year-old man, remind you. And he gets real mad. And he cracks the iPad and throws it. So that's his alter ego. About once a week, he does a Francis video where he freaks out. And then the rest of his videos, he's a normal, everyday, very wealthy 40-year-old man that makes, YouTube videos with millions and millions of views. But he does this alter ego thing, and his regular video will get like 1 million views. He posts a Francis video and it gets like 20 million overnight. And so you got to have like the Soupy Soup alter ego. You got to come up with like the superhero intro music where you come in the thing and turn around and show it. And then you got to be like dun 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 as you go in the store and stuff. You got to edit. You got to do it up, because that is something that will go viral on YouTube overnight.
Yep. Well, I've already took footage, guys. I have me going through 10 different Goodwills, and I've only one more Goodwill to go to, and that's the Goodwill bins. But all the other ones are retail. And I'm going to be calling myself Super Soup. I've got a cape, and it's going to be beautiful, guys. It's funny to see somebody like scruffy, and then, because I'm 32 now, and I'm like running around in this ramen outfit. So it's really, really cool. And maybe we can do like a collab with Casey sometime. We'll do a little.
Are you bringing the Soupy Soup to Vegas?
Yes. I'll get you beef, and I'll be chicken, and we'll both film it. We'll put it on, cut it up, and then lay it out to the masses and see what happens. So
we're gonna work on it for you guys. Somebody said you need a Soupy theme song.
Oh yeah, and guys, put in chat. Are you a ramen chicken person or a ramen beef person, or do you like shrimp best?
Yes.
I'm curious, guys. You guys like which ramen do you like? That way I can buy it for Casey. I want to make sure I get the masses involved here.
Wait, but I can't be ramen shrimp because it wouldn't fit.
No. You got to be either beef, shrimp, or you can't be chicken because I've got the chicken.
I got the beef. I got to be the beef then.
You got the beef? Okay. I'll buy it, ship it to you, and we'll do a collaboration.
Oh, my Lord. Can I be teriyaki?
I loved. They have teriyaki? Oh, my gosh.
I've got no comment on that. But okay. I happen to know Malachi. I know why he said that too. That's funny.
Oh, okay. I was like, you're getting me excited now. I was about to go to the store.
No, that's funny.
I don't condone you guys eating this stuff though. It's horrible for you. It's really bad. But
is it?
Yeah, it's cholesterol. You know, it's ramen's not really good for you.
We don't eat it regularly. We have like the typical one thing in the bottom of the closet. You know, when we eat it after we've had beer, it soaks up beer like crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's amazing tip, by the way, guys. Bring ramen to Vegas for Casey.
Yep.
He's gonna be drinking the heavy stuff, I guarantee you. But
no, because I got to deal with all you people. I got to like pretend like I'm drinking vodka and Sprites, and really just have like water, like Sprite or water, and put a lime in it to make you guys think I'm drinking, so I stay sober, so I can actually like get to sit and watch everyone else. It's bad
Kelly,
for your stomach.
Like, you're all weird, Kelly. We are weirdos, but we're resellers, so
we got to have some fun. We don't get to have a lot of fun. Like full circle, Wade started the video. It's kind of lonely sometimes when you're just sitting here working all day. This gives us an outlet. Those of you, man, you know what? We should, if the person who wins next week is on, we should bring them onto the Google Hangout chat too. So if you're planning on entering and you have a chance to win, go to Google Hangouts and log in with a Gmail, and then we can bring you right on and let you show how excited you are right on the show. That'd be cool. All
right, guys. So let's do a recap here because I want to make sure that everybody that has joined late knows what's going on. So we are giving away 1 ticket to Vegas. I'm going to pay for it. And it's going to be, it's not airfare or hotel, but it will be the ticket. And that's a good portion of it. And the way we're going to do that is in the comments below of this video. If you guys want to go to Vegas, you will leave Casey and myself a comment in this video below here and just explain why you want to go to Vegas eBay Open. And then we will go ahead and get a winner. We'll announce the winner on my YouTube channel, which is Wade's Ventures, guys, and the link is below. And not only are we going to announce the winner, but I'm also going to have Casey on there for hopefully about 45 minutes and get to know him as a person, how he got started on reselling and got started on social media, and do a little interview for Casey. And then we'll unveil the winner. I will get them on the phone and purchase the ticket, and we will get them in Vegas with us, get a few pictures. And I just want to say it's really cool to not only meet the winner, but meet everybody that's going. And it's going to be a great experience. So, guys, make sure you comment below and make sure you're subscribed to both YouTube channels so you get that notification.
Awesome. Good stuff. So, and if you're watching this on repeat, you can rewind the video and catch what Wade just said. But somebody's going to win and somebody's going to be super excited. And it's exciting me because I just saw somebody quote, who said that? I didn't see who said it, but somebody said they're excited to see who wins. Oh, Kelly did. Kelly, the eBay sock queen, excited to see who wins. I'm excited to see who wins too. I can't wait. And we're gonna really go through these. So make sure you comment. You've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and most of the day Tuesday. You've got almost 5 full days to get down there. So I'm gonna spread this out all over the internet, so I give everyone a fair shot to have time to comment. So very cool.
Yep. And I want to say again, Casey, I appreciate you having me on the channel. You have there's a lot of reseller channels out there, but you have the most loyal, amazing group in your chat. I'm always in here. They love you, and they would love to see beef ramen and chicken noodle thrifted out. It's only right. But that being said, I feel like over the course of the last few months, I mean, I've been in Casey's chat for a while, but over the course of the last few months, I really got to know him. And I'm excited to see his journey in Poshmark and continued journey in eBay. And those of you who are subscribing to my YouTube channel, I want to say I appreciate that as well. And I hope to see you in chat next week while we grill Casey. Make sure you email me some really interesting questions. That way I can answer them as long as they're
nothing off limits. I will answer everything. I may not answer it the way you want, but I will ask anything you want, and I will do my best to answer every single one. So I'm a little known website before I let Wade go is called Social Blade. I'm sure a lot of you have been on it. Wade's at like 3,200 and change. Yeah, 3,229. is his subscriber count. On any given day, Wade can get, between 15 and 20, 30 subs, I think is an average for him.
Mm-hmm.
I'd love if you guys could do 100 subs. Like, if you're not subscribed to the channel, go now and make it happen. Let's see how many we can get. All you have to do is go to Social Blade and click Wade's Venture. You can paste his URL or type his name or mine, and you can see how many subscribers and views and how many videos, and like you can get a link to see all of his videos. Go there. I want to see it over 100, triple digits today. I'm counting on you guys. Counting on you. So,
love you guys. Appreciate it. And again, you got to think of, if you're not healthy, both mentally and physically, you're not going to perform at peak levels. And so use eBay Open. And if you can't go to eBay Open this year, use eBay Open next year. Use a vacation or cruises or whatever you need to really refresh and get back to crushing it. And guys, the last thing is start your social media up, embrace it, and you never know where it will lead you. I had no idea. I would told you you're crazy 4 months ago. I'd be here talking to you guys with this amazing guy. So appreciate it, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you to everyone. Thanks again to Wade, you guys. Make sure you leave him some nice emails, comments, messages, everything, and thank him for his time over here, and check out his channel. We'll see you guys on Tuesday night next week, 7:30. Use that link. And can't wait to give it away. Have a wonderful evening, a wonderful weekend if I don't talk to you before then. See you Tuesday, guys. Bye.
See ya.